call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy, you can say I'm weak, but when it comes to...
Well, welcome back to the Tradesman channel, everybody. It is beautiful out. The weather has gotten nice. This is the nicest damn day that we have had yet since, well, since last fall. And last fall, you guys all know where I was, so there wasn't a whole lot of enjoyment. But, so I'm working on cleaning up the downstairs, trying to get that a usable space because we have milling coming up. We got to get ready for the next timber frame project, and we really need to finish this thing off. So, like we tend to do around here, we jump around all over the place because, like I've said before, one thing leads to the other, to the other, to the other. And once you get down that rabbit hole, you don't get out of it very fast. So, bottom line, I have to finish the hinges for the door out there. It would be so much easier to clean this thing out if I could open the doors up the way that they are intended to be used and not just screwed to the door frame like two giant pieces of siding. So in order for me to do that, I'm tired of beating on the railroad track. I've been doing that for a long time. I have a real anvil sitting here. It's time to get that thing usable, get it downstairs, get it where it's going to live, and start getting those hinges finished. So first thing we need to do to get that anvil in place to be usable is we need a good anvil stand for it. Now, you can use a stump, you can use whatever you want, but it has to be solid. You want it good and solid. Because remember, you're trying to deaden, how do I put it? When you're blacksmithing, you want that piece of metal to absorb all of the energy that you're using so that you can move it and spread it out. You really start doing that when you have the right anvil. You have an anvil big enough to handle what you're doing. There is a certain formula, and I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's something that the anvil needs to be so many times the weight of your heaviest hammer that you're going to be using on it. So in order for that to work properly, so you get that nice rebound so that the piece of metal you're beating on actually absorbs and moves, you need to have a good stand. That has to be able to be solid against the ground, and that's what we're working on. So what we have, in case you guys don't remember, this is a scrap cut off from one of our tie beams. This is a 16-inch by 10-inch scrap piece. It is 32.5 inches long, which we do not need 32.5 inches. When you're setting up an anvil stand, you want to stand nice and straight, your natural stance, and then you want to measure from the ground. You want to hold your fist down closed as if you're holding on to a hammer, and you want to get that measurement where your knuckles are. And it looks, for us, it looks like 32 inches is the magic number. So we need to get, the anvil's 12.5 inches tall. This is 32 inches tall. We need to get the final product to 32 inches. We're going to cut this square because you want it nice and square. Going to trim it down, and well, stay tuned. You'll just have to stay tuned and see what we do with it. Alright, let's get this guy cut square. Now, you may think I'm overcompensating with a circular saw this big. And I'll tell you what, folks. Maybe it's time to get a little personal on this channel and maybe tell you guys some shit you never want to know, but oh, I'm compensating all right. My wife, she leads a life of disappointment, major disappointment. I'm kind of surprised that she has not left me for a field mouse yet, but at least we have a big saw, right? Makes up for everything. Wow, it's heavy. But we got it.
You always are supposed to look with your legs and not your back.
I know, but right now my back is a little stronger than my legs, honey.
That's true.
Yeah, we'll see if we could do this without banging the camera all over the place. But so I have these plates I've had kicking around forever. I figured, you know, these might work pretty well for holding this down. A lot of people use chains. I've seen the giant staples that they used to use. Those are kind of neat. But I have some ledger locks here I've had for quite some time. So we're going to try using these. Boy, that ought to hold her pretty good, I'd say. Okay, I only got 2 more to do. We'll call this one done. Come on, there we go. All right, I'd say we have an anvil stand. I'd say we have an anvil ready to use. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I can't believe we actually started the project in one video and actually finished the damn thing. So hopefully tomorrow night we'll see what happens, but I'm hoping tomorrow night I can get this downstairs, get it down below, get it set up, got to get the forge in place. I know I still have that back wall open. I'm hoping, kind of hoping this weekend to get the materials to close that up. But I definitely have to have those hinges on those front doors because that little man door is just not big enough for me to get things in and out the way I need to. Even that cabinet behind us there isn't going to fit through that door very well. But anyway, here it is. I'm pretty happy with that. It's pretty sturdy. It's on there pretty well. I've never... Yeah, so yeah, I've never mounted a real anvil before, so this is a first for me. I've seen a lot of people use chains, which looks like it works really well. I've seen the big staples. That's what this had in it when I bought it. And the stump the guy had it on had the big staples. But I've had these little metal plates kicking around for probably 10 years. I got them off of a, well, they were used for packing on a rooftop unit, I believe. And I held on to them. I had a stack of them, so these will be handy for something somewhere down the road. 10 years later, there it is. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.